First Peter chapter 5, verse 5 tells us this. It says, God resisteth the proud, but giveth grace to the humble. The Bible also says in James chapter 4 and verse 7, submit yourselves therefore to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you. So I'd like to use a little magnet illustration to help us understand this. 1 Peter 5:5 says, God resisteth the proud. So we'll let these magnets represent, this is a person in our pride. This magnet represents God, and you can see that God resists the proud. He goes on to tell us in the Bible in 1 Timothy, we are reminded that a person who is going to be a leader in a church, a bishop, it says in 1 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 6, not a novice, lest being lifted up with pride, he fall into the condemnation of the devil. You see, as God resists the proud, but pride, well, that's the kind of stuff that the devil is attracted to. It's the sin of Satan. And nowhere in the Bible does it ever commend pride to us. But the passage in Timothy goes on to say, he giveth grace to the humble. So when a person repents and they turn and they humble themselves, well, they can receive the grace of God. And the Bible tells us also in James chapter 4, it says in verse 7, submit yourselves therefore to God, resist the devil and he will flee from you. So when we humble ourselves, then we can resist the devil. See, he's not attracted to that anymore. We can resist him, and the Bible tells us that he will flee from us when we humble ourselves. And at the same time, he says, draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you. And so the Bible's very clear that God gives grace to the humble, but God opposes the proud. And so the scripture tells us in 1 Peter 5:6, humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time. And in regards to the devil, it says in verse 9, whom resist, steadfast in the faith. So, it's a little illustration to help you understand. We need to humble ourselves and draw near to God. And when we do that, we are able to resist the devil. God bless you. Have a great day.